Hi, folks. This is Magister Bill M., and this is not an actual full episode of Satansplain. Instead, I just wanted to make a quick video about a satanic anecdote of my own that just happened today, or, of course, as we call those things on Satansplain, Satanecdotes.
Satanic anecdotes. Satanecdotes.
You see, recently on X, I saw a woman claiming the following. I interviewed a former high wizard in the Church of Satan. Blood sacrifice of an innocent is required for hexes. This, of course, is absolute bullshit. First of all, there is no rank in the Church of Satan called High Wizard. Second, and more importantly, this claim about us performing blood sacrifices, let alone being required for hexes, is a horrific lie she is telling about us. The Satanic Bible goes into great detail about this lie that Christians made up and continue to tell about us Satanists, and why such an act is in fact antithetical to Satanism. We reiterate this in the 11 Satanic Rules of the Earth as well. Our sources are all there in the public. The burden of proof is on the people claiming we do these crimes, and they can never provide any actual evidence. Or they'll try moving the goalposts to claim that it only happens in the higher levels. Of course, people who say that are too stupid to think through the logic of what they're saying and realize that it would make no sense for us to tell devil worshippers and all other losers to get lost when they approach the organization, and yet only wait until somebody knows and even talks to the media about rules and like the ones I listed, and then and only then go tell those people to just believe in the opposite and start doing baby sacrifices. Well, regardless, I noticed that this same woman was also hosting a live stream talk on X. She was hosting a discussion panel of alleged health professionals to talk about weight loss and eating right and all that, so of course I wanted to call in. Now, at first, I figured I could go storm this discussion, wait for the Q&A portion, and ask, hey, lady, why did you tell these lies about the Church of Satan sacrificing babies and stuff? But then I thought, nah, there are other people there who are just there to listen to a talk about health, and they don't care for whatever drama the host may have going on in her life. Not to mention that if her panel is full of Illuminati-believing conspiracy theorists, they probably believe in the same BS, and my challenge would only make her look more righteous or something. So I decided instead to go for something much more devilishly subtle. I proposed a question not to her, the host, but to one of the other health experts on the panel, just as anybody else would be expected to do in such a Q&A session. I asked something that sounded like a reasonable question you might hear in such a Q&A session, but at the same time, a trolling joke that only the host and the rest of you listeners in on the joke would get. And here's the recording of my question. The answer, to be fair, sounded informative, but I'll just fade out that part at the end.
Question from, I don't want to say Satansplain. Why'd you have to have Satan in your name? Go ahead and ask a question.
Well, that's part of an inside joke. Anyway, my question was for Dr. E quickly. He talked earlier about protein versus sugar, and I know a lot of manufactured snacks that people reach for are some kind of combination of the two. I know there were times in the past when I find myself in the dark of the night just craving to eat a baby Ruth bar or Snickers bar or Payday or similar. And I don't think it takes a wizard of nutrition to know there are better alternatives. I'm no wizard, but I guess my real question is just about nuts. The many nuts out there that maybe, I guess, lying to us on the package. I guess my question is, are just peanuts okay to satisfy hunger? Are there concerns with like a cup of nuts for a snack? I hear salty nuts can be bad. A lot of nuts are, salty. But is the solution to just have the nuts simply roasted, nothing added, or avoid them entirely, or what do you think?
Thank you for your question. Dr. E, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So nuts are interesting. I mean, it really depends on what you're trying to achieve. So if you are